Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Monday. Hope everybody is doing well. I haven't been on for a while, so I'm hoping people will join me today. I sent out a little note saying that I was going to be coming on, so looking forward to seeing who joins me. It's the reason why I'm coming on today, you guys. Here we have somebody coming on. Let's see who's coming on. We'll give it a few minutes for people to log in. We have another somebody coming in. Gonna tune in on my phone so I can see who's coming. Because sometimes it doesn't show up on my laptop. So let's see what's going on, y'all. Check in with me. How's everybody been faring in these uncertain times? It's been something, hasn't it? Part of the reason why I'm coming on today. Have lots to talk about. Hi, Rick. Oh, I can see folks coming on. Hi, Rick. How are you? All right, we're just going to give folks a couple of minutes to join us. Everybody, welcome. Kelly Raymond with Pathway Hypnotherapy and Intuitive Counseling, LLC. Joining you today, coming on today. Hi, Linda. For those of you who know me, welcome back. Welcome and thank you for tuning in today. I have lots of good stuff to talk about, given these uncertain times. For those of you who don't know me or not familiar with me, I am a clinical hypnotherapist. I'm a master hypnotic instructor, coach and instructor. I am an intuitive psychic medium and intuitive counselor. I am an author of The Irreverent Messenger, 7 Universal Truths. I do a lot of things. So I just wanted to come on today because as we all are shut in, dealing with over the past 2 months plus of unprecedented times, I'm working with a lot of clients and dealing with a lot of people's discomforts in varying different ways, be it financial uncertainty, be it anxiety, of everyone having to be shut in, off work, telecommuting, working from home, some people being laid off, dealing with the kids being inside, having to become the teacher as well as the parent for the kids, besides dealing with their pent-up energy, because you need to run kids and having to deal with that on top of all the adulting issues that we all are faced with right now. It's been a lot for people, and I've been busier more than ever. These uncertain times are really hitting people hard and impacting them in some incredible ways. None of us could have seen this coming, and I don't think any of us are unscathed. We've all had to deal with the realities of this in one way or the other, be it, sheltering in place at the very least and all that comes with that. But many of us have been deeply impacted by the course of this disease and affecting so many people. And unfortunately, some of us have experienced this up close and personal by losing loved ones. I know I have. And some of us have taken ill ourselves, right? Come into contact with people who have and been exposed. So dealing with the rehabilitation that comes along with having battled this disease, because there is a rehabilitation time to it. People don't just move past their quarantine time, beyond breaking the fever and feel better. There are legs to this virus that the healthcare community are still trying to sort out, be it, how it's affecting people, and now it's extending into kids, where they thought that the kids were pretty immune from this. Not the case. Finding that this respiratory infection does not respond at all like anything we've ever seen. A lot of the patients have been treated with the normal therapies of SARS, and that hasn't been working. And the first wave of this disease has really impacted a number of lives, a lot of lives lost, because in that first wave, they've learned that those things didn't work. And a lot of patients lost their lives. So anyway, this is so nuanced, and it's impacted so many people. So I've been busy, and I have to say that I have been fortunate, and I'm grateful every day that, as many of you know, I did television work some years ago on the television show I Am Jazz. And as a result of that work that I did, the response was really good for me and my business, and people were calling me. So it forced me to revamp the way I did business. From that experience and needing to cast my net a bit wider to accommodate people out of my geographical area, I took my business online. And so I was prepared more than most for this, because I had already begun to work that way. And, although I may have been a little nervous in the beginning trying to sort that out, it was very short-lived, my trepidation about doing it, because there were so many upsides to doing it. Certainly the flexibility that it offered my clients, no matter where they were, they had access to me and I could help them. No matter where I was, I could be on vacation and work, which I often do, I must add. That they could have their sessions from the comforts of their own home, in their own bed, and not have to travel to me. I had more flexibility, as no matter where I was, whether they were 3 hours, 2 hours time difference, it allowed me to be more flexible in my scheduling with them. And so I found out also that this work is 100% as effective online as it is sitting in my office one-on-one. So there was absolutely no downside to doing this work online with people. So it worked out, and I've been doing it. And if it didn't work, I couldn't still be doing it, right, for the past 4 years. So that has been something that prepared me better than most, because I had already been doing that. And so that was already a platform from which I worked with my private practice, as well as my hypnotherapy school. My hypnotherapy school is online. So no difference in the way that I worked. And so in trying to meet the needs of people in this time of the uncertainty, my business went up, and I've been busy. And this is a lot of the reason why I'm coming on today. Watching how people have had to try and rally and figure this uncertain time out. We're in unprecedented times. It got me to thinking, I'm always, as an entrepreneur, you always have to take the pulse of your, of what's going on, and be able to pivot and change, and in order to better serve. And at my core, that's what I do. I'm very clear on my role as a teacher, as a messenger, is that of service. And it brings me a great deal of fulfillment, gratitude, and purpose-driven work. It was Sunday last night, and I didn't have that dread that most people do Sundays, thinking about their upcoming work week. Literally, let me tell you what my day was like today. It started, my first client was at 8 o'clock. It was at 8 o'clock. And I had a client at 9 o'clock. I had a client at 10 o'clock. I had a client at 11:30. A long session that I do, these long sessions for 4 hours, that went on to 3:30. Then I had a break until 4 to have my last client of the day till 5. And then I'm coming to you guys at 6 o'clock. That was a full day. And that was my Monday. And I was energized about, wonder how today's going to unfold, because no 2 days are alike, and to suit up, knowing that people really need you, and knowing that I have a skill set that I can truly help people and transform their lives in impactful, unusual ways, is a cool thing. So it was a busy day, and it's going to be a busy week too. I'm jumping online today as a result of some of my reflective time and just going in to try and find out in what way that I can best serve in a new and better way in these unprecedented times. And so I came up with something. People right now are in survival mode, absolute survival mode. Hi, Jasmine. I'm going to read your comments in a minute, but I just kind of want to say what I need to say first. But people are in survival mode right now. So I went into reflection meditation to figure out how it is that I can best serve people and meet them where they are in survival mode based upon what it is that I do. I am a clinical hypnotherapist. I am a hypnotherapy instructor. That's what I do. I'm a psychic medium. Lord knows I've been doing so many readings, you guys, so that is, has its own life. And that's on the side of grief and loss from people who have lost. That was one of my sessions this morning. Someone who had lost their loved ones and was looking to connect. And it was a very powerful, powerful experience. Just grateful. But anyway, there are people who are in survival mode as far as their finances are concerned right now. Right now, people have the real feeling that they don't have control. They have uncertainty, they have anxiety surrounding money and their job scenario. And let me just say, before I started my own business, which was 11 years ago, 11 years ago was when I stepped out on faith on myself to start my private practice. And I had 20 some odd years in business. And recently, because I was looking to do this pivoting and getting reflective as far as how it is that I can be called to serve better right now, I wrote something that I want to share with you. And I actually wrote it on my personal page, but I want to share it on my business page because I think it's going to give you some context as far as why it is that I'm coming on today and how I'm looking at my opportunities to help folks who are really in survival mode right now, and sharing what my experience has been that brought me to this place. So allow me a moment to get a bit vulnerable. Okay? All right. Even though I had a successful career in corporate America, I found myself often being downsized or negatively affected by the unpredictable, ever-changing economy. This left me feeling unfulfilled, undervalued, and yearning to be an entrepreneur in control of the quality and pay of my work. As a result of this constant instability, it left me with paralyzing anxiety and depression, lacking clarity, direction, and the ability to untether myself from the constant flow of negative thoughts, patterns, and fear-based emotions. One day, I got fed up of being sick and tired. And when I mean sick and tired, I mean sick and tired. So I decided to step out on faith on myself and start my own business. I found the support I needed through the study of hypnotherapy. In the process, I learned a new profession, allowing me to become my own boss that surprisingly healed my anxiety and depression along the way. I even lost 70 pounds as a result of this work. It allowed me to move past my ever-present exhausting loop of negative thoughts, patterns, constant fears, and lack of joy in my life. But I wasn't alone. This happened also for many of my colleagues. that were in the program as well. It was a byproduct of our training and my introduction into being able to help others heal. And once I did, it validated everything that I always knew that I was capable, that I knew I could do it, that I could help people in meaningful ways. In that process, becoming my own boss, earning six-figure income, doing purpose-driven work, helping others in a significant life-changing way, and finally, to have a profession that is recession-proof. All of my corporate business experience, surprisingly, prepared me to successfully start and grow my business, what has been over the past 10 years. Thriving even during this time of COVID-19. My business is busier more now than ever, and I finally achieved ultimate control over my life. But I still remember the pain that I felt of being so stuck and disempowered, and that's why ever since then I've wanted to give back to my community. And so here's where I get really vulnerable, y'all. 4 years ago, I established my own online hypnotherapy school. Recently, however, I redesigned an accelerated version of my 8-month program that offers the same level of quality education and private practice development, all now in 4 months. My program offers the essential tools to navigate your way out of uncertain times and move you from survive to thrive. So I had written that on my personal page to just make a declaration of sorts of what it was of my intention to do what it is that I'm presenting today, and just to ask for some support from them and what they thought about my vulnerable moment. So I'm coming to you today to announce that I'm going to be doing a webinar on the 30th of May. On the 30th of May is Saturday. It'll begin at 10 a.m. and it will last 2 hours from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And the name of my seminar is, you guys are going to love this, From Survive to Thrive, How to Become a Money Manifesting Badass. It's going to be the rollout of my new accelerated hypnotic coaching certification program. And I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this. I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this because it's a result of my going in and reflecting and how I can be of better service. Look, I've lived and done this. I've done this in a way that I was lucky. When I was in my training program all those years ago, there was a class of 25 students, and often I tell this story, so you may have heard it, but out of 25 students, all very well qualified people, we learned a phenomenal skill set and profession. There was only about 4 of us that successfully parlayed that educational process into a thriving, sustained, still today, private practice. That's a shame to me. It was great quality training. It is all the reason why I am a badass hypnotherapist today, which I can easily claim. So my having 20 years of sales experience made all the difference in me being able to set up my private practice and develop it, grow it, expand it, to be very sustaining even from the first month. I didn't know that I was picking up tools along the way all those times, all those years that I was in business for those 20 years. I couldn't stand being in corporate America. It did not reflect me. Every step of the way, they told me that it wasn't okay for me to be okay with who I am. So I carved out my niche by being in sales and marketing because it allowed me autonomy. It allowed me the opportunity to be able to make my numbers, not have my income capped. It was reflective of my effort and energy put in. which I loved, and people left me the hell alone because I was not a play in the sandbox kind of chick. Never. So it allowed me to carve out a niche that I could work in, that I could be successful in, that I could still maintain my sanity in, make the income that I wanted to make, and cut my business teeth. I didn't know, though, that I was putting tools in my tool belt that I would use one day, stepping out on faith in my entrepreneurial endeavors. But that's exactly what was happening. Made the difference between me being successful versus so many in my class that were not. So some of my students would come to me, or some students from that school would come to me over time, and they would refer them to me for mentoring. I am very forward thinking in the way that I practice. I follow my intuitive hunches. I come up with proprietary processes to try and promote and expand upon the profession of hypnotherapy, because it is a profession. A lot of people don't understand that. In my training, I was given the tools to start a profession. And this is what I am passing on, that opportunity for folks now in this time of uncertainty, to allow them the opportunity in a very short period of time to take better control of your life, even in these uncertain times of COVID, recession, obviously, that we're in, and beyond. When we are so much at the whim, so many people are at the whim of their employers right now, becoming your own boss, you take control over your life. You take control over your time. You can take control over your ability to earn. You take control over your life. So I have come up with an accelerated program that is a derivative of my 8-month online program that offers a master hypnotic certification, coaching certification in 4 months' time. So in 4 months' time, you too can create your niche within a new profession, and you will have a new profession in which you are your own boss. Have the ability to earn 6-figure income working part-time, I might add. Have the ability to learn how to create various multiple income streams in which you can eventually work yourself to a place where you do not have to be in front of someone in order to earn income. It's important. It's important. And I'll go over how you can do that. But it's online. You have the ability to do it online and gain more flexibility and control in your life. It offers, as I said, the control that we are all lacking right now, which is so important. You are bulletproofing your income no matter what times that we face, and you're helping others. As a byproduct too, you help yourself get over some of your own shit, like I did in mine. So why I wrote that and why I wanted to be a bit vulnerable, because I truly was able to overcome paralyzing anxiety and depression. And hell, I used to walk around with 209 pounds on this 5'1" frame, lost 70 pounds. Again, a byproduct of doing my healing. So as you learn your new profession, your new skill set, and hone it, you also heal in the process. And you become your own first best testimonial, which is what happened with me. I healed my anxiety and depression in a past life regression process. One, it was my way of understanding how the accelerated healing qualities that it offered, and became my niche. It became my specialty in my private practice. That's what I specialize in, and people come to me specifically for oftentimes. So as I come to you today, I come to you from a place of knowing and a place of hope, and help. As I roll out this new process, this new accelerated process, in 4 months' time, you can become your own boss. Start a new profession. You can do it from home. You can help others. You can heal yourself. You can earn 6 figures. Bulletproof your income no matter what the hell's going on. Have flexibility in your life. It's a cool thing. Now, I was thinking about who this would best help, and I'm thinking about people who are most stuck right now, hands-on healers right now. And I've been dealing with a lot of you guys that are, massage therapists and all the different types of processes that you have got to have hands-on and people in front of you. Is just really tough. This is a great process to learn to expand your scope of services and insulate your income. For people who are looking to expand their scope of services, current therapists who even need continuing education or something that's going to help expand their scope of services, because even for the psychotherapists, the statistics are, and I'll explain why this is, but 600 sessions that it takes in psychotherapy, 72 sessions that it takes in behavioral therapy, it takes on average 6 to 8 in hypnotherapy. That's a big difference. And when people, are concerned about their pennies, they can't afford that time that it takes to do that work, to get to that end goal, nor may they feel like they have the discretionary income right now to do it. And people are hurting. That's why I'm busy. So people who are out of work right now, 4 months, a new profession, becoming your own boss, earning 6-figure income potential. It's flexible, it's online, can fit your schedule. I have many students now that are looking at their recordings in the middle of the night and trying to get it in. So it's however you want to get it in. It's available to you to fit whatever schedule. Students, people don't want to go back to school. Some of the college students, this is an alternative. My daughter was the one that brought that to the top to my awareness. She's like, Mom, because she was a college student. She's graduating on the 12th of June from UC Davis. But people who don't have the income to spend $250,000 for an undergraduate degree and then come out not knowing what the hell they're going to do. This is a profession that if you have a healing spirit, a healer spirit, it's a great option to consider. And you can earn a great living because you're going to get the training that you need, quality training that you need. You're going to get the business development aspect of it that you need so that you can hit the ground running. Hit the ground running. Even at the end of that 4 months, you're going to have the tools that you need to arm yourself with the success you need. I've been here. None of my students need to create the wheel, recreate the wheel. And that is a beautiful thing. So let me just talk a little bit about generally how this works and why why I'm busy. Your subconscious mind is the part of your mind that drives your emotions. It's where your emotional responses come from. Your subconscious is fully developed by the time you're 12 years old. 12 years old is done. Now think about that, y'all. Your emotional responses that you respond from in your life are set from your experiences from 0 to 12 years old. And you wonder why we're messed up? We have 2, 5, 8, 10-year-olds responding emotionally to what happens in our life. We wonder why we're screwed up. So the beautiful part about it is, since we understand that your subconscious mind is responding emotionally and driving the bus on all of our emotional responses, it's the I don't know why I fill in the blank respond in certain ways, why I smoke when I know it's unhealthy for me. It's why I overeat when I don't want to be fat. It's why I am anxious when I want to be calm and peaceful and live a calm and peaceful life and not be crazy as batshit. It's why I have OCD. It's why I have fears, phobias. It's why do I, why I fill in the blank. And we all, no one's immune. We all struggle from it. So it helps and heals all those things that we don't know why but it keeps us from living our best life. It's so important. It's the answer to everything as far as the keys to living our best life. That's why it's important. And it's why I'm busy. So, there are some hypnotherapy schools out there. I have rarely found one that had the quality training that I received. And I have to admittedly say that I modeled much of my school off of my training because it was good and it worked. Now, there are some things, like I said, the private practice development aspects of it that fell very short. That, why have all that wonderful quality education? We can't do shit with it, right? Doesn't make sense. So that's where my program is so different. Also, the fact that I am a psychic medium, I believe in helping people to come into understanding of what your intuitive gifts are at a very basic level, because I think engaging your intuition, and we all have them, I'm not special, makes you a better therapist. So there's that aspect of it. I am a proponent of integrated processes, and that's why I've come up with proprietary processes that are highly, highly effective. They reflect integrated processes of spirituality, hypnotherapy, law of attraction, many other different things, NLP, lots of different things, but all combined together is a very powerful, powerful process for people. And in my experiences, have transformative impacts on people and changing their lives for the better. So my system is one of which is what I've named the I am system. What I do in my process of training, educating, is to identify, actualize, and monetize. That is my signature system. And most of us are not very clear on what it is that our inherent strengths are, gifts are, soul purpose, work is. In my process, you gain that insight along the way, because I believe that it's the place in which you can live your highest and best life, the place in which you can gain the greatest sense of fulfillment from. And in you going through it, you can help your clients with it as well. Again, you become your best testimonial. But in understanding what your greatest strengths are, what your greatest desires are, and reconnecting you to the knowledge that you can receive anything that you desire in your lifetime. But if you don't think you're deserving of them, how you get there, right? If it's not on your radar, it's never going to come onto your radar. So I help you to get clear on what it is that you want for your life. And that's important, because when you're getting clear on what your strengths are, your gifts are, your natural abilities, your true desires are, then all of that is helpful in you seeing a great vision for your life, because all of that needs to be in place for you to be able to feel deserving of the money that is available for you to be able to make. It's a necessary component, and I reconnect you with that so that you can unlock the keys of abundance in your life, in your business. That is the identify part of it. Then there's the actualize. You are going to learn quality techniques, integrated approaches, cutting edge hypnotherapy that will help transform the lives of not only yourself through the process, but others. Give you the tools of the private practice development so that you can hit the ground running, knowing how to start, expand, and grow your own business. actualizing all of that, putting that clarity that you got in identifying and learning how to have the building blocks in order to implement it so that you can what? Monetize. Those two things, identify and actualize, need to happen before you can monetize. And when you start your business, you are going to have the floodgates open. Clear on purpose, clear on vision, clear on your skill set, clear on how to run your business so that you can monetize and become a money manifesting badass hypnotherapist. And if you want to, working part-time, doing it. Earning six figures, being your own boss, helping others, healing yourself. You know, what's interesting is you guys know that I'm a spiritual girl. And when I was coming up with my program, again, a lot of this came through meditation and inspiration. You know, identify, actualize, monetize. That came to me in a download. What does the three initials of that spell? I am. Number one, it plays so many different ways, but it allows you to become one with who you are on your vision for your life and why you came here. The I am is in the Bible, and I'm not a religious girl, don't get me wrong, but I am. Who said that? God. My main message in my spiritual work is we are all God in human form. And our greatest potential and alignment with life comes from knowing that power and aligning with it. So this program allows you to become all that who you were meant to be. Truly, truly does. So let me talk to you a little bit about, I'm not going to prolong this and make this so long, but I just wanted to highlight a couple of things, because for people who don't necessarily understand all of why hypnosis works, is because, let me just highlight a few things. As I mentioned, it's important because your subconscious is your emotional mind, and that our early experiences from childhood, the part that we view it from what has happened from a partial lens of that of a young child who doesn't have life experience to really deduce things from what they are, but part fantasy, part reality. We get it all messed up. So, you know, we seek these emotions and these beliefs about ourselves that are untrue, that play out in all these unhealthy ways. So what we're doing is in hypnotherapy is pushing the record button again to not only in your intake, but you're able to identify those beliefs that have been driving the bus and all this stuff that we look to change. But through the process and techniques of the work of hypnotherapy, you're pushing the record button on your subconscious and re-educating it. Re-educating your subconscious to tell it new and better information. You're healing and transforming the emotions that have become attached. And then the symptoms and behaviors that have been self-sabotaging, unproductive, destructive, they simply go away. And that's why it works. You're working in the place where the problem lives. That's why it only takes 6 to 8 sessions in hypnotherapy versus 72 in behavior therapy, 600 in psychotherapy. It's the difference is because we're doing the work where the problem lives. Huge difference, huge. Now, here's the thing though, you know, unless you do this work, you know, many of us just spiral right there. I mean, how long did I suffer with anxiety and depression until I came across this? 4 decades, you know. How long did I have 209 pounds on my fat ass? A long time, right? But it's hard to sort this stuff out unless you're doing the work where the problem lives, which is in the subconscious, right? So the thing about it is that, and the truth about it is that many people have misconceptions and don't understand the healing benefits of this. They don't get it. A lot of times that they have myths and misconceptions about what it is that I do. People are fearful a lot of times of what it is that hypnotherapy does and the perception of it. And so it's actually how I ended up creating my school, because from day one, I had to educate people about the myths and against the myths and misconceptions of hypnotherapy. Most people think that they're going to be barking like a dog and clucking like a chicken if they come in, that they're going to be vulnerable, that they're going to be out of control, that they're going to be made to do things that's out of their moral code, that I'm going to have control over them. No, 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 no. The truth of the matter is that when you're fighting this stuff, and the reason why so many of us struggle so badly, and so many of us, by the time people get to me, they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, so they're ready to do their profound healing. But I have to tell you that it's like going into a gunfight with a slingshot. You're going to lose every time unless you do this kind of specific work. You're going to keep tilting at windmills, but you can cut to the chase. And so I have to educate so that people can know the value, understand. I have to dispel a lot of the fear that they have. Now, when people are left to feel like they're going to be scared of barking like a dog and clucking like a chicken, where does that come from? Their only exposure to hypnosis through hypnosis shows, right? Which people, I have to really cut it down to its essence and have them understand in a profound way that hypnotherapy work is far different than hypnosis shows, which hypnosis shows are strictly for entertainment purposes. That's it. That's why people are barking like a dog, clucking like a chicken. And if you look at, although it seems as though people are out of control, what do you notice that is the common denominator of all those people up there barking and clucking? Oh, wait. They all volunteered. They volunteered to become a part of the entertainment factor. So they're not doing anything they're not wanting to do. They all volunteered to be a part of the entertainment factor. So they are allowing themselves, through the process of being hypnotized, to move past their analytical, critical factors so that they have the freedom to be a part of the entertainment factor. That's all. No one can be made to do anything out of what they don't want to do. Common misperception. When I point that out to people, they're like, oh, you don't think about it. But it's true. There is absolutely no negativity that can come from hypnotherapy. None. In fact, I tell my clients all the time, if you wanted to, you can just open your eyes and walk out of here. You're going to be in control at all times. We do a fair amount of discussion ahead of time for me to get clear on what it is that your issue is, the landscape, the complexity of it, so I know how to help you, how to guide you to your healing. I would hope that you wouldn't not take my suggestion, but they always do. They have that option. They're in control at all times. But it takes some understanding that I do all that intake in order to understand what your goals are, because that's what I'm going to use when you're in hypnosis. That's what's re-educating your subconscious. It's not what Kelly wants for you, it's what you want for you. So you're never going to be out of control. You can never be made to do anything out of your moral code. I can't make you do anything that you don't want to do. Doesn't happen that way. You can't get stuck in hypnosis. If you have strong will, it's not true that you can't be hypnotized. In fact, the fact that you can rub two neurons together and follow directions makes you a better hypnotic subject. Actually, over 90% of people can be successfully hypnotized. So it's why I don't generally have a hard time having people, leading them into that place of relaxation for them to do their work. So yes, it's common that I have to educate people as far as what it really is so that they can understand that it truly is an opportunity for them to heal, a natural way to heal. I can tell you, I used to be on a mitt full of medication when I had anxiety and depression. Used to be on a mitt full. Now, I can tell you, life can get a little hard sometimes and it wants to rear its ugly head, and I have learned how to manage it. But when I say it used to be my dark passenger all the time, it certainly was. I was exhausted with depression and anxiety, and really came a long way with healing that in my hypnotherapy process in my training. So let's talk a little bit about, now that I've explained to you what it is that I'm doing, I've explained to you why subconscious work is important, and how I've explained to you what the benefits of it. I just want to kind of highlight some other things about my program and what it offers you as a possibility for you, helping you to gain greater control of your life and protecting your income during all times, downward turns in the economy, and just, really releasing yourself from the grips of the unknown. Again, six-figure and earning potential. You can become your own boss. That you can create income stream, passive income streams. You can sell hypnotic recordings. And that's income that you're generating and not having to do anything, but just setting it up on your website and let it work for you. You're helping others. You're healing long-standing issues within yourself, as well as offering that help to your clients. You have online flexibility. You can work on vacation if you want to. You can work from the comforts of your own home. You can work with your clients from the comforts of their own home. Of course, even when this is over with, you can have a brick and mortar and have people there if you want to, but it's not necessary, really. And especially the millennials, I have to tell you, they prefer working online, have a greater comfort level. It's us old folks that get rooted in that. But I have to tell you, even so, I work with a lot of people in my age bracket and older, and brought them over, and they have understood the benefits of being able to do it and not having to get in their car and drive. Again, it's recession proof, so you're recession proofing your income. You have peace of mind, greater peace of mind, because you're doing purpose-driven work. You're enjoying having a newfound sense of joy and freedom, flexibility in your life. Those of you who had kids, how many times have you had to forego or miss recitals, baseball games, football games, whatever it is, or had to have such angst and stand on your head in order to juggle schedules? That could be an appointment in your appointment book. Total flexibility. I teach you how to structure packages so that you can offer your clients a great deal of value, added value, and paying for their sessions in advance so that you can ensure that when people pay for their sessions, they show up. It's a win-win situation. You get paid in advance, and they show up for their sessions, and they had a discount, and they referred 3 people to you because your work was effective, and it just keeps going on and on and on. You really can truly work part-time and earn a 6-figure income. Fulfillment. Allowing yourself to be creative in your work too. Again, my students, I encourage you all to come up with your own processes, test them, and not only promote, but also to advance the profession of hypnotherapy. I give you the confidence level to do that. So, some food for thought. I extend my invitation to you all, anybody who is tired of the uncertainty, anybody who's had their income impacted and never, ever, ever want to travel this path again. 4 months, new profession, being your own boss, earning 6 figures. My program, 4 months. 4 months. So I invite you to come and attend my webinar May 30th at 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And I'm going to do some experiential types of exercises so that you can experience what it's like. Also in those experiences that I'm going to take you through is going to help you to get some clarity about your purpose, about what it is, and getting clarity, doing that identify part of what it is that you see for the highest vision of your life, so that when you begin to see it, it becomes real and you can begin moving in that direction. So we're going to have some processes that you can experience, and so that you can feel the effects of what it is that I do, and that what you would be doing to make your own determination. I'm that confident in my work. So I extend the invitation, and I will post something on my wall tomorrow about the webinar. and posting it. And I'm going to invite you all to sign up, and I will also post the link where you can sign up for my webinar as well. But those of you who may be interested now, I'm just going to go ahead and put out the information about my program too, and to let you know that the program is a 4-month program. My program is normally 8 months in time frame. My normal tuition for it, because I'm transparent, this is a great value. You know, my normal program is 8 months time. Who's got that right now to try and figure it out, right? Is usually $11,500 for my program. The 4-month program, the accelerated hypnotic coaching program, which also offers you a life coaching certification as well. So it's a great, great, great value that you're getting. 4 months time, $7,997. So it's a great value. It's a great option to help navigate you out of these dark times and give you some light at the end of the tunnel. I will be doing the webinar Saturday, May 30th, 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. If you want to contact me before I actually list this information, you can always reach me on my website, www.kellyraymond.com. That's K-E-L-I, Raymond, R-A-Y-M-O-N-D.com. And either ask to sign up even before, or contact me with any specific questions, or of course, post in the thread. I'm going to post this video so that others can see it. But I just wanted to really give everybody a heads up and extend the invitation to both my webinar and my accelerated program to help folks who are looking for a way out, a way to become a money manifesting badass. Consider hypnotherapy as a profession, to allow yourself to earn 6-figure potential, to become your own boss, and to help others heal yourself in the process. So let me see if I didn't lose people already. But Jasmine, beautiful night, beautiful soul. I've been really, really drained and feeling down lately. Hello, I've missed you. Oh, thank you, Connie. Okay, so I don't think anybody has any questions. I usually do intuitive questions, but that's not the reason why I came on today. I will be following up and doing that starting after I do this webinar. But I'm doing so many things right now. I will bring that back online in a few weeks, I promise, for those of you who have been looking for it and missing it, all right? But looking to figure out a way to help serve people who are in survival mode right now, and I think that that's really pretty important. So I'd like to thank you all. I hope people access this video afterwards, and if you have any comments, feel free to list them in there, and always feel free to give me a call. You can reach me at 954-649-3996. You can reach me via Facebook, via my website, www.kellyraymond.com. Until then, wishing everybody love and light. Think about positivity. Forecast and envision people healing and bringing light into the situation and leading people out of dark. It helps. Namaste. Until next time. Bye-bye.